Hey, hi everyone. Trust you all are doing great. Now we are continuing our learning related with Java 8 features which we have started. My idea is always to do the hands-on, and with hands-on I would like to explain the concept. So quickly I'm creating a new Java 8 project, dear friend. Project name Java 8 Java 8 features. Keeping all default. Yes. Whenever I will talk to you, I can write certain notes. So I'm going to have one readme file also, so it will help me to write certain notes of people. So quickly I'm going to create one interface. This interface, let us assume, related with application security. We can have single sign-on. So in our uh, secure programming or application security, cyber security, we are always thinking about the feature single sign-on, and we are thinking that this feature should be enabled wherever possible or for all the applications. So keeping that perspective in mind, I'm going to have one interface called single sign-on feature. I'm not going to place into default package. Let us assume I can have form what it's related with Java 8 feature related with cyber security. So I'm creating one package. Now, Java 8 has introduced the concept of functional interface. The interface which is having the single abstract method. See, I'm repeating, single abstract method is called functional interface. So see, this one is one interface. I'm going to have one method, public void, or let us say string. Single sign-on feature we can implement. We can ensure in different way. So there is one method. Return type is a string, access specifier public. Single sign-on implementation. So purposefully I have taken word implementation over here to get segregated from the interface name. So uh, uh, now this is the interface. This is the interface which is having single abstract method. These type of interface which is having just a single abstract method in Java, it's referred as functional interface. If this interface is going to have more than one abstract method, another abstract method I am going to write over here. See, public void welcome. Let us assume like this. So the moment I have added one more method to this interface, now it's not going to be a functional interface. So functional interface is an interface in Java that must have single abstract method. If you are having more than one abstract method, then it would not be a functional interface. So I'm again see removing this another method which I have added, and now it's a functional interface. So first we need to understand functional interfaces in Java. functional interfaces are those interfaces that are having single abstract method. Many a time you have seen the different government are trying to identify the parents of single girl child, parents of single girl child. So similarly over here, it's a interface which is having single abstract method, and those interfaces are referred as functional interface. Now if we are going to work on these functional interfaces, lambda will come into the implementation over here. So first you need to write a class. In that class you will implement the interface, and after implementation you will write the you will override this particular method. This is the usual way of writing, dear friend. But over here, say I'm going to have one demonstration quickly. I'm going to create a class single sign on demo, and here I'm going to have the main method. I have not created any class. I have not implemented the single sign-on interface, dear friend. I'm just going to create one reference of this. I just have created one reference of this single sign-on. Now, this particular interface is having a single method, and that method is abstract method. That method is, of course, inside that method in Java version 8 for a function you can have uh, a static method also, default method also. But currently, the single sign-on method, what we have written, that is abstract method. Now, what is my idea? That by using Lambda, which is a Java 8 feature, by using Lambda, we are going to override this method. So first, I am going to give you the idea about Lambda expression, and then together we will implement that into that particular example, dear friend. So see, we are having one functional interface with single abstract method over here. And if you are having single abstract method, you can directly provide the definition for that particular method uh, without implementing it into a class. Like see, functional interface instance, it's taking one parameter and you are having definition over here. And this is called lambda. This is called lambda. So I'm taking it into action. I'm going to show you how the things will happen, and then I will come over here and I will explain the different feature in detail. So see over here, dear friend. So the first interface, uh, the first interface, the first interface printer. They might be having one method is there print. It's a class. It's a class. Okay, let us not confuse. Come to our reference statement. Come to return to our case study. So we have created a particular class, single sign-on. Inside the single sign-on, we are having a method. And what is that particular method? See the signature of that particular method. So signature of that particular method is this particular method will not take any parameter and will return us one string. See. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the parenthesis, that is the function. This is called lambda. What I have written, that is called lambda. And inside that lambda, that method is going to return certain string. So return. I will give the concrete implementation. But see, okay, sorry, I made one mistake over here. So usually I am writing program in multi-language, dear friends. So this is the fat arrow what I have written. That generally we are writing in JavaScript programming. Over there it's called fat arrow. In Java it's a single arrow. This is called the lambda definition. So for single sign-on, we are providing this lambda definition. So this is the function. This is the function, and this function will take uh, 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 will okay. This function will return you this particular string. So this is what we have written the definition for our lambda. Definition for our lambda. So 1 minute print semicolon should be terminated over here. Now see, I have created one reference for that particular interface. There is no any class which has implemented this interface. So single sign on is one interface, SSO is the reference for that, and this is the lambda. So what we have done in lambda, so usually you are having the method name gone over here that I'm going to explain. Now the moment you have created given the definition, overrided it using lambda, you can call the method single sign on implementation. This was the method name. You can call it and you can execute. Over here, semicolon is missing. Now everything is fine. Sorry, dear. I don't know how this string came over here. It was wired mail. I don't know. Might be some suggestion came and at that time I have selected it. So it's returning me this particular string that I need to print. This particular function is just returning me that particular string. So I should store it into some variable and I should print it over here. I'm just printing. Now, let me to repeat all the things together, dear friend, what I'm trying to achieve. If you are having one interface, you need to have a class where you have implemented that interface and you will create object of class. That story you understood? So you will have one interface. Now, from that interface, you should have you should create a class, and that class should implement that interface. Understood, na? After implementation, you will inside that implementation you will override the method of the interface. See over here, you have not done like that. It's the interface, and this is a simple client class. You have not implemented that interface. Now over here, when you are coming, you are writing anonymous method. So see, this particular interface is having a single method. The name of the method is single sign on IMPL. So of course, the method name is gone over here. Method name is not having any significance because this interface is having a single method. This interface is having a single method. So see from here, method name gone. Usually when we are writing it in an anonymous class, we are writing new single sign on, and this is the definition for that. But see, the only way to create object in Java is to write new. So no need to write new. Single sign on is a method name, and this particular interface is having a single method. So obviously that is also not required. That is also not required. So this particular method is referring to this method of interface where it's not taking any parameter. Without taking any parameter, returning a string. Now this arrow is called lambda. So this arrow is referring as lambda. by mistake I have written it like this. That is called pat arrow. It's this one will be written in JavaScript, and over there it will be referred as pat arrow. Since I am writing program in many different languages, that's why I have used it. And this is your lambda. So on left hand side of lambda you are having method, and right hand side of lambda you are having the definition. So this method is returning one string, so I have just returned one string. And now I am calling this particular method. This is how the lambda will come into action, dear friend. So I will take few more example of lambda. Will give you the another inside story about the lambda. So you will able to understand lambda into more detail there. This is also one very good book. I have read it and requesting you to please manage time and read this book, Modern Java into Action. This basically cover the features related with Java version 9, 11. Some security related enhancement also happened in all this. Performance enhancement also happened over here. So you can read this book. So over here, see the function name gone. The function name gone. The parameter is there, and you can write the definition. So this is what we are using in Lambda. This particular Lambda is accepting one string parameter and printing the value. So on left hand side of Lambda you will have the method name, method signature. On right hand side of the Lambda you will have its definition. So this is what the basic philosophy of Lambda, dear friend. Uh, Further to that, I am requesting you to explore this particular tutorial. You will have better understanding how to understand Lambda from programming perspective. So in order to conclude, whenever we are doing the programming, many a time we need to write the code on fly. So we are having the interfaces rather than creating a class, instantiating the object of that, overriding the method, and further instantiating it from there. What we are doing on a fly, we are giving definition for Lambda. Since we are writing the program in AWS, and always we are writing the lambda function over there, lambda function over there. So many a time, as being an architect or developer, we are taking the method on fly and giving the definition. So at that particular time, lambda is very handy for us. So thanks for watching. Hope this demonstration has given you little idea about what is significance of lambda. If you have any suggestion, or I'm requesting you to keep engage in the discussion, so please suggest me how to improve this particular discussion again, and whatever you're learning, please write it into comment box so that I can understand from it, and I can give you better explanation or few explanation over there. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and write comment.